Let me tell you something that nobody says enough. A lot of people that you think have their lives figured out are actually guessing through life. Yes, including the ones that look very successful. The truth is, because you have career confusion does not mean you are lost. It instead means that you are actually thinking. And chances are that if you are watching this video, you've asked questions like, what am I going to do? What career am I going to venture into? Should I start a business? I'm very business oriented. Or should I start tech? I love tech as well. I have a lot of talent. Which of them should I pursue? Should I get a job? Will I waste my time? I hope I will not regret these decisions. I totally understand those questions. Myself, I've asked those questions severally. Even in my late 20s, I had this confusion. And the thing is, when you are in this situation, you are confused, you don't know what to do, it makes you stuck. And in my own case, it was not for a lack of talent or abilities or potentials. No, I knew I had talents, I knew I had abilities, I knew I had potentials. But what exactly to do with those plenty talents? I had no idea of. If I didn't know where to start at all. And what that kind of feeling can do to you is that it makes you feel like time is running out, like everyone has left you behind and you are wasting your life. But let me tell you what changed my life. If this is you that I've just described, let me tell you what changed everything for me and what you can do to also put yourself in the right track. First of all, let me make some things very clear, and I want you to listen very well as I say this. Number one, clarity does not come before your actions. It comes with your actions. So by just sitting down folding your arms because you don't know what to do and where to start, that will not help you at all. So you need to act. Secondly, the fact that you are confused does not mean that you are dull or other people are better than you. It means you have many options, which is a good thing. For one thing, there is now access to internet, unlimited access to the internet, and there are a lot of information. Number two, this is the first generation where there are the combination of internet access that is unlimited and also career paths are many. There are so many things that you could do, literally, where people have options of going into tech, business, working from home, content, this and that. So those combination of two things will definitely cause confusion. And also added to that, there's social media where you see people, oh, this one is an entrepreneur, is successful, is making money. This one is a tech bro, and in fact is a millionaire. This person is a content creator. This person is a 9-to-5 chick and is a chick boss making money. So you're just looking. So which of these ones should I go to? I'm confused. I'll be very honest with you. And the truth is, there is no one right path. And that's where a lot of people get it all wrong. They think that they must stick to one career path now and forever. No, that idea, that mentality will keep you stuck because the world is no longer linear. Careers in today's world are no longer linear as well, meaning that there is always room for you to adjust. In fact, according to a research, an average person changes career up to 5 to 7 times in their lifetime. 7 times or even more. In my case now, if I start to count, I must have done maybe 4 to 5 things or in terms of careers, and I am still just in the middle of it. So I don't know where I am going in terms of career in the nearest future, right? So why did you want to just put yourself in that mentality? Oh, I must do one thing. This one I want to stick to. So why are you giving yourself that headache? Your goal is not to choose a career path perfectly. Your goal is to start intelligently, no matter the career path that you are starting with. All right. Now let me show you how to actually find your career path. Let me simplify that for you. Now, instead of asking yourself, what is the perfect career for me? You need to start asking yourself these 3 questions instead. The first question is, what am I naturally drawn to? Not what people are forcing on you or not what is trending, but what you are naturally curious about, because curiosity is a signal that you need to pay attention to. In my own case, for instance, I'll tell you that I was naturally drawn to writing. I just loved to write and express my thoughts in writing from a very early stage, in my early university days. I don't know if that's early, but that's when I really noticed it, that I really love to write. And because I also studied a degree, that also kind of helped me to nurture that, because I studied English and literary studies. So in my literary aspects of my degree, I paid more attention to my writing, and there was, courses where I could also do this, express myself. And that was where I started. But that is not where I am right now in terms of career. I did content writing and some things like that, after I graduated. That was where I started my career, but that's not where I am right now. But where I am right now is also related to where I started. So because I was naturally drawn to writing, I also build on that. I didn't say, I don't really think I'll make a lot of money writing, or I've not seen any big person writing, I'll get tired, I didn't give all those excuses. I just started. So that's an example for you. You might not study something that relates to your interest or something that you're drawn to, but you just need to start with it. And in my own case with writing, so I thought that I could be bridging the gap of the knowledge gap, amongst young people. And that was what I was doing with a blog. So I started a blog where I could give that value so that I can now be rewarded with something, like money or something like that. So first of all, I thought of how to add value, and I created that blog just for you to understand how these things work. Definitely, this might not be your own example, because of course, blogging is no longer a thing right now, but you need to know how you can give value from your talent, and your value might be something else. Maybe you can function in a 9 to 5. What value will you bring there from what you love to do or what you have learned? The third question that you need to ask yourself right now is, what can I start experimenting with right now, where I am right now? And that is where a lot of people fail, because people think, they plan, they overthink, but they don't try. And that is the beginning of failure, because you cannot find your career, or you cannot find your path by thinking. You can find it by doing. So you need to ask yourself things like, can I learn like a skill? Can I learn a digital skill? Can I start internship, apprenticeship, learn the ropes of a business? Can I, start internship, apply for internship? Or just a way to learn and to try things out? Can I start a small project from what I know already? What can I do? Where can I start from? You need to ask yourself that question, because one thing would actually always lead to another. Do not underestimate the power of getting the right information. So make sure you are getting knowledge. Make sure that you're learning. Read a lot, not just your area of specification. Maybe if you're in the science field in school, do not limit yourself to that. Read widely, read broadly. And by getting knowledge is not just by reading books. Books is number one. It's fantastic. A page of a book could change your life and direct you to the right path forever. But also things like listening to amazing YouTube content or podcasts where intelligent conversations are had, reading, listening to the news, or just any other thing that would make you have the right knowledge and information. Make sure that you are always doing this. You can never underestimate the power of the knowledge that you get. And you may think that what you are learning now does not make sense, but it's going to add up in future. In fact, it's Steve Jobs that said that you do not connect the lines looking forward, you connect the lines looking backward. So all these things that you think is random now, what you are learning, that job that you took, that business that you did, is going to all connect very soon in the future. So make sure that you do not underestimate these things. And if you'd also like to know the high income skills you need to be learning in 2026 to get onto some of the highest paying careers, I have a video where I talked about all of the skills that you need to be learning right now, and the video is somewhere there. Make sure you click watch, enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.